Now the next part of this is, has it been treated? This is a sapphire that we cut in half to do some treatments on. The half on the left is the original state of the stone. The half on the right is the treated state. This is a treatment you may know of, is called beryllium diffusion. So you take a sapphire, a pinkish sapphire, you heat it up in the presence of this trace element, this foreign element, beryllium. The beryllium diffuses into the stone at high temperatures and fundamentally changes the properties and the color of the stone. So we took this pink sapphire, turned it into a nice orange sapphire. This was really big in the early 2000s when people were taking pink sapphires, turning them into pod paracha-like colors. So pod paracha, if you're not familiar, is a peachy pink. So it's an orangey pink to pinkish orange sapphire. Very rare naturally, highly valuable. But we saw this flood of these stones in the early 2000s, and so there's just this new treatment that we identified as beryllium diffusion. So obviously, a beryllium diffused pod paracha like sapphire is not as valuable as the natural pod paracha, the very rare stone that comes out of the ground with those kinds of colors. And finally, we have this question of where is it from. This is a map of ruby distributions around the world, major ruby deposits. And so the basic question is, if I have a ruby from two different deposits, Mogoc and Mozambique, even if they look the same, more or less, they have pretty much the same qualities, the market puts a difference in value on those two stones. You all in the turquoise industry know this well. A ruby from Mogoc from Burma generally seems to be valued more highly because of that provenance, because of the history and legend and lore of stones from that deposit. It's kind of a much more rare stone, it's a collector stone, whereas the rubies from Mozambique are produced in abundance. There's a lot of these stones. This is a modern deposit, so it doesn't have that history and that lore and legend behind it. And so, like it or not, origin is an important part of the question.